All right. So what's the deal with probate? I hear it's fun.
Just to start the probate process, you're looking at 1 to 2 months just to get it started, just to get your petition filed for your probate.
Now, I have one question. I know the courts were backed up because of COVID. Are they caught up?
No, I doubt if they are.
Okay.
So, but this is
in a normal market.
As of I think they wrote this back in 2021. So maybe they're a little bit caught up. That's why, they're going to be vague with numbers depending on where you are. And I looked at just California. I didn't look at any of the other states because it can vary from state to state.
We are in California.
Today we are, yes.
And we're a local show.
We are a local show. We're in California. So if we just go to the very end for final distribution, you're looking at anywhere from, are you ready for this?
Yes.
9 to 18 months.
From the start to the finish?
From the start to the finish. That's why, earlier I was saying it varies on how long the probates will take. It all depends on how many heirs and if they all agree. Now, remember, the state takes a very large portion, and so does your attorney. So attorney's fees, the bill can be according to a percentage of the total value. So it's 4% of the first 100,000. That's the first 100,000 of the total value.
Is that the court
the
or
estate?
Is that the attorney?
This is the attorneys.
Okay. Let's just work off of 500,000 into the estate, right?
There you go.
That's the average house in Modesto right now, right?
Yeah, if that's the estate. So you're looking at 7%
of, for who?
Of the total value of the estate, around 7%.
So that's $35,000.
Yep.
I had a calculator right here.
A calculator. Now, if your estate is less than 166,250, there's an easier. There's less probate assets. Wait.
Or that wouldn't even be a house. So
simplify probate in cases, so they give you a little bit faster. It could be a Quonset hut.
Well, just take the money and run.
Just take the money and run. So it's incumbent that you guys get your at least a will. A will help a little bit, but go further and get the trust done.
Yeah, because then you don't have to go through probate. But people think with the will, I don't have to go through probate. That's not the case. That just tells the court what your wishes were.
Yeah. Now the state's fees are just, they're not as expensive as the attorney's fees, but they do take some. And the state's fees are the filing fees. Those are the county's fees also that you file in, stuff like that. A couple $1,000s is what I was reading this morning. As high as probably $7,000.
All right. So what we're saying on 500,000, you could be between 37,000 to 41,000 in costs.
Yeah.
So why give the government that amount of money when it only takes about, I don't know, $1,200 if you go to a local, or maybe $1,500 local attorney.
Yeah. Get your trust.
Yeah. Saves you a lot
of money.
Just
get your trust.
And you don't have a time issue, because if you need to get rid of a house and you want to sell a house, you're telling me they can't do anything for 2 years, up to 2 years.
Yeah. And not every probate necessarily needs court confirmation. So that will ease things up as well.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if all the heirs, let's say there's only one heir, you probably don't need court confirmation. You probably still need to post in the local newspaper. I believe it's 21 days. But there's a form you can sign and say, I'm not arguing with anything that's being settled with the estate. So that'll speed things up. So the court doesn't have to confirm with the distribution of the estate. Makes things faster. No court date, way faster.
Now they go down the chain first, right? So mother, father, and then all the kids.
Right.
And if they don't have the kids, then they go up the chain, right? Then they go brothers, sisters,
cousins.
Cousins.
Anybody that may have a vested interest in the property or think they do. Right. Grandpa told me he was going to leave me this when he died. Well, where is it in writing?
I have it right here. I have it right here on a recorder.
Yeah. That's not his voice. That's your voice.
Well, and that's what I tell people. If you don't have something, at least you could do a verbal will. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, because I remember my aunt passed away. They didn't have anything, and they were going to get it and get a notary in there. It's like, you don't need a notary. Get a couple people to acknowledge it that's standing there, what she really wanted, or put it in, record it, and then there's no question.
Yeah, and since we're not attorneys, we're just going off of, the percentages that the state will take and the lawyer will take and stuff like that, you should really talk to a good family attorney, family law attorney, and get your trust put together. You can even ask them questions about probate because they got that stuff down pat.
We were just saying it was expensive and not to go that route.
Exactly. But I mean, if you really want to get scared, they know the exact figures. If you know the estimate of your estate, of your parents' or grandparents' estate, and remember, the estate just isn't just the real property.
You mean it could be cash?
It could be cash. It could be what's in the bank. Huh?
How do they know about cash?
Well, you got bank account. Well,
cash
those are
not
under the mattress.
Account.
That's right. But other cash type things.
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
All of a sudden, there was all the silver gone from my grandparents' place when they passed.
Truly, where'd it go?
Just like disappeared.
It just vanished.
Yeah.
What silver? I thought silver was the name of the horse.
Yeah, I don't know. Haha, you're really back there, Lone Ranger.